I've thought about making this video for a very long time. And there's been a few reasons why I've been pretty hesitant to pull the trigger. I don't know, I just didn't want to feel like I was just showing off. In fact, I really want the purpose of this video to be the exact opposite of that. I want to show that what I'm doing is not very special at all. I also didn't think it'd be very interesting to watch me do something for 10 to 45 minutes. I also didn't want to make a 45-minute long video, so I wanted to find a way around that, and I think I did. But I was also self-conscious because if I edited the video, then I feel like people would have called bullshit on the whole thing and accused me of editing the video to make what I was doing easier. But at the end of the day, I can't really worry about things I cannot control. Yes, this is something I know how to do. It is something I've done live in front of an audience before, and any edits I make to this video are strictly for the purposes of making it more engaging and telling the story better. And when you really peel back the layers on it, should it even be considered a talent? When I was growing up, I was like every other kid. I used to draw on every single surface around the house that was not paper. Sometimes I even drew on paper as well. I had a wild imagination. I loved movies, I loved shows.
I know what you're afraid of.
And like any other kid, I would always want toys based off the movies I just watched. Whether it was The Lion King, Star Wars, anything with dinosaurs.
It's a dinosaur.
But as we all know, the quickest way to turn your kid into a spoiled piece of shit is to buy them everything they ever want. And that kind of forced me to quickly figure out a hack. Play-Doh. It's something a lot of kids play with. Play-Doh and eventually oil-based and wax-based clay became like a literal cheat code for me. The potential was absolutely limitless. My tiny little kid brain exploded when I figured out everything I could do with it. I was only limited by my skill, not by the object. Watching shows and movies when I had clay in my hands became the new norm for me. And the entire time, I was trying to make what I was watching on screen. Over time, I think my brain just kind of figured out that it was easier if I focused on the screen more than my actual hands. I don't know the science behind this stuff, I'm just guessing. It was very therapeutic and kind of calming for me. You see, although it was kind of by accident, in reality, I have spent thousands and thousands of hours practicing what I'm doing. And now this is just as easy for me as actually using my eyes. And most of the time I do. You see, when people figure out I know how to do this, they go to the obvious cringy compliment, "Oh my god, you're so talented." And even after all these years and hearing it so many times, I never really figured out what that meant. I've been doing this since I could walk. To me, it's like complimenting someone because they can walk straight. My brain just doesn't know how to accept it. I don't really know what it means to be talented the way most people mean it. They say it as if it's almost like a touch from God the day you were born to do this one specific thing. Like I came out of the womb making sculptures. That's not true. I was 2 years old. I truly believe that if everyone spent as much time as I have making sculptures on anything they do, they'd end up being pretty amazing at it. And others would claim that they are talented at that thing and look at them as if they just landed from Mars. And at the end of the day, I think that's what talent is. It's a ton of behind closed doors practice, it's repetition. It comes at the cost of tremendous sacrifice. That could be your social life, that could be your health, both physical and mental. And at the end of the day, I never really had a special talent. I was only passionately curious.